Welcome, ZASLOW Show 2.0. It is a Tuesday, the 7th of November. Good to have you aboard, part of the Believe Podcast Network, and presented as always by Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys. 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733. If you've been involved in any kind of an accident, you're dealing with a personal injury, you go where they're going to treat you like family, just like they did me when we started this show. First, you call 911. You got to make sure you're safe, and then you call Anidjar and Levine to get the money you deserve. Best accident attorneys around. You're dealing with a personal injury. You need to focus on your health. They'll focus on getting you compensation. They will put their skills to work for you. Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733. And of course, the show also brought to us by Bet Online. Week 9 of the NFL season wrapped up last night. The NBA got going a couple weeks ago. That means the last of the major pro sports leagues off and running. College basketball ready to go as well. Bet Online remains your top spot for all your live betting action and contests. NFL, college football, UFC, NHL, all in full swing. Bet Online is your number one source for wagering news, odds, trends, and predictions. All the hoops betting action, along with every sport available at your fingertips with both desktop and mobile access at any time. Head to the Bet Online today. Remember to use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. So, we're feeling a little bit better on several fronts today, right? Has everybody calmed down about the Dolphins? Okay, good. You got the Panthers who get a thrilling win last night. Is everybody feeling better about the Heat after beating? I mean, it depends on how you feel about the Lakers, but still, fourth quarter, I mean, we're the Pits in the fourth quarter. But again, they hang on for a 1-point win at home after giving up a big lead in the fourth quarter. A 19-point lead was whittled down to 1. The Heat hang on in the opener against Detroit. And a 13-point lead was whittled down to 1. And the Heat hang on last night against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Hey, you take it. The Heat improved to 3-4, right? So that's where we're going to start. Look, it's Tuesday. We got Twitter Jam today. You guys know how we do on Tuesdays. Also, because our NFL week is in the books, Week 9 is done. We're looking forward to Week 10. Dolphins have a bye, but we got to make sure we get to our power rankings. So we have a new set of power rankings. Where are the Dolphins going to land? I mean, Dolphins lost 2 of their last 3 games. Where are the Dolphins going to be? Do they remain in the top 5 of the ZASLOW Show 2.0 Week 10 power rankings? I don't know. Well, I do know, but I don't know. You got to wait and see. So that's going to come up. All right, but let's start things off here with the Heat. So the Heat win. They hang on by the hair on their chinny chin chin last night. 108-107. The Heat improved to 3-4 now on the season. And I don't know about you, I'm feeling a little bit better about this team now, okay? Yes, you didn't like that the Heat got their last basket with like 4 minutes left in the game. They end up having to hang on. You know, did LeBron make the right play? Should LeBron have passed? Here's what I'll tell you about the final play. So the Heat are up 108-107. They wind up getting a bunch of stops down the stretch because the Heat, I mean, they didn't score again. They didn't have a basket again since under 4 minutes to go. Very sloppy finish. Tyler Hero missed a couple shots. Tyler had a turnover looking for Bam. Then Bam, it was like a circus down the stretch. Bam shuffles his feet. He was wide open. You give up the ball there. The Heat managed to hang on. Final play. LeBron passes to Cam Reddish in the corner. We saw that play a million times when LeBron was here. He's always going to make the right play in that spot, right? But here's my problem with what happened there. I got 2 issues. Yeah, I don't have a problem with LeBron making the right play there if I'm a Laker fan, but I have 2 issues with that final play. And here's what it is. Number 1, that was clearly the play they drew up. They drew up for LeBron to drive to the basket, draw the extra defender, and he's going to kick it into the corner with an incredible pass. He's going to kick it into the corner for a wide open 3 to win the game. Hey, every team will take a wide open corner 3 to win the game, especially on the road. But I got a problem with it if I'm a Laker fan, where that's the play that we drew up. I'd rather the option be LeBron to try and score. LeBron even to pull up from the elbow at his money spot there, rather than going into it, okay, I'm going to draw 2 defenders, and I'm going to kick it in the corner, and that's going to be the winner right there. I'd rather it be LeBron if I'm in that spot. The second part of it that I have really a bigger problem is Cam Reddish. I mean, going into that, first of all, Cam Reddish stinks. But going into that final play right there, Cam Reddish hadn't shot a single three-pointer for the game. Matter of fact, they didn't even credit him with a 3-point field goal attempt on that. He must have had a foot on the line. But the point is, hadn't shot a 3 all game long. So we're going to put the game in the hands, wide open shot of a player who has not attempted a single 3. Like, wouldn't you rather it be someone like Austin Reeves, who attempted 8 for the game, or someone like Taurean Prince, who attempted 4 for the game? I don't like that the play was obviously not LeBron, and I definitely don't like the play that it's Cam Reddish who are going to put the ball in your hands, win us the game here. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, LeBron, he's going to make the right play. It was an open 3 to win the game. So that's the problem I would have there, but excellent defense by Miami. You love that you had stars guarding stars. I mean, Jimmy was guarding LeBron all throughout the game. LeBron finished, he had a great game. 30 points. He was 13 of 23, 0 for 4 from 3. Did a bunch of bitching and moaning and complaining about the officials. We'll get to that coming up. But this is what you want to see. You never get it anymore. You always get the cross matchups. You had stars guarding stars. You had Bam Adebayo going at Anthony Davis. You had Jimmy Butler taking on LeBron on the defensive end. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. And last night felt like a big-time NBA game. All the stars were playing. I mean, let's go. We should be getting that kind of stuff more often. So if you're a Heat fan, I think you feel a whole lot better about your favorite little basketball team this morning than you did just a couple days ago, right? So the Heat improved to 3-4. We're happy about what's going on there. And next up for Miami is Wednesday night against Memphis. So while the most important thing was getting the W last night, there is a bigger picture. The story of the game last night was Bam Adebayo. Bam with the first ever 2020 triple-double in Miami Heat history. 22 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists. He was 9 of 20 from the floor. You love that Bam took 20 shots. You love that he was going at Anthony Davis the entire game. You love that he was giving you everything for 48 minutes. Bam was the story of the game last night. That's the most encouraging part. That's the most exciting part if you're a Heat fan about getting that win last night. Bam Adebayo is clearly the story of the game, and he's been great the first 7 games of this season. Tyler's getting a lot of love because he's been scoring 24, 25 points per game so far, and he's been great. Struggled shooting the ball a little bit last night, down the stretch too, 6 turnovers, way too many. And if I could tell you, I want the ball in Jimmy's hands down the stretch. Tyler might be our best, shot creator. He's a better ball handler than Jimmy, so he can get open, I guess, if you want. He's a bigger threat. He can pull up from 3, and we'll get to that in a second. I want the ball. They're still trying to figure it out a little bit, believe it or not. And this is their 21, 2, 3. It's their 5th year playing together. It really shouldn't be much to figure out. I think the only difference is Hero is on the ascension, and Jimmy's Jimmy. We know what Jimmy is. But I'd rather have the ball in Jimmy's hands late in games down the stretch. Let Tyler come off the ball. Let Jimmy make the right play. I want Jimmy shooting first, and if he can't, you find Tyler. Find him moving around without the ball, cutting the basket. And speaking of cutting the basket, Duncan Robinson, a revival. I mean, the talk of Duncan Robinson's demise way too early. After the postseason he had last year, I was hoping that he would be in the rotation to start this season. He is, and he is a much better player than we've seen in the past. You know what? Now look, it's going to help with trade value, and you would move him, I guess, if you could acquire a bigger piece. But I don't think the Heat are in any kind of rush to trade Duncan Robinson right now. He's been great the early part of the season, especially when the Heat's depth has not been what they thought it was going to be, at least to start the season. Duncan last night, he had 12 points off the bench. He was 5 of 11 overall. He was 2 of 6 from 3. So far through these 7 games, Duncan's averaging 12 points. He's shooting 46% overall and 38% from 3. Nothing to get crazy about, but he's taking the ball off the dribble, man. He's getting to the basket. He's laying it in. Backdoor cuts, finding him underneath. Jaime Jaquez Jr., super active. Great job last night off the bench. Tell you what, though, and this is disappointing so far. Now, granted, he didn't have a preseason. He's coming off an injury. Josh Richardson. I don't know if Josh Richardson's playable. I really don't. Last night, 3 points. He was 1 for 2 from the floor. A bunch of fouls. Josh Richardson's a non-factor. And, I don't know that he's playable right now. I really don't. Now, I don't know who else you're going to bring off the bench. He's their primary ball handler off the bench. And I would also say, you want to make sure when you start the fourth quarter, and I think Coach Spo brought these guys back in sooner than before, but the Heat have been having such problems in the fourth quarter, you need to change the rotation up a little bit to make sure you get your studs back in earlier in the fourth before the other team starts that run, which happened again. Now, he did bring them in a little bit earlier, Bam, and then Jimmy back in, but that could help the fourth quarter issues. The real fourth quarter issues, though, came down the stretch. Jimmy hit a turnaround jumper to put Miami up 10, 108-98 or 107-97 with just under 4 minutes left, and then we go ice cold. That has nothing to do with the rotation in the fourth quarter. But another fourth quarter where the Heat allow the team to get back in the game. Now, granted, this is LeBron. He had a huge fourth quarter. He was excellent, so it's a little bit of a different animal. But Bam was the story of the game last night. Tyler had 22, but Bam, the first ever 2020 triple-double in Miami Heat history. And like I said, not just the triple-double, which is always great. I mean, this was a man's triple-double. But not just the triple-double, which is always great, doing it against Anthony Davis, who, I get it, he left the game early. He played most of the game, all right? Davis's minutes last night, he probably played close to 30 minutes. He played 25. All right, played most of the game. But Bam last night, triple-double, doing it against Davis, showing no fear either, going right at him on both ends of the floor, blocking his shot too. Bam was tremendous. And if Bam is going to be that guy, that's how this team gets to the next level. Yeah, that's how this team takes that next step, is if Bam is going to continue that ascension. That's how this team goes where the front office believes they can. That's why this team believes internally that they're going to be better this year. Maybe not right now, but by the time we get to the postseason, Bam's ascension, Tyler doing what he's doing, and Coach Spo talked about it after the game. He goes, when our big three gets going, and they will, this is going to be a different animal. He said something like that, and he's right. This team gets to that next level when Bam is that guy last night. And he wasn't that guy last night against, Charlotte or Detroit. It was against Anthony Davis and the Lakers. Last night, I think, was a big deal. I hope we look back late in the season at last night and say, remember that Laker game? We saw it coming. Yeah, we saw it coming. How about again with the bullshit challenge? What was it? Early fourth quarter, I think it was, where Bam slaps down at LeBron. He gets his hand. Was it LeBron or was it Russell? I don't remember. And then Butler gets all ball. They call the foul on Butler. Spo challenges. And we get the bullshit again, just like we did against Boston earlier in the season, where the Heat are right. Spo's right. There was no foul on Butler. But they rewind the tape far enough that, oh no, you're right about that, but we missed the call earlier, so we're going to call that. That's bullshit. And so they come out of it that the Heat have won the challenge. But we're still giving a foul to Bam there, and it's still going to be 2 free throws for LeBron or whoever it was. I understand, and John Crotty did a good job explaining the rule, which explained that the officials are getting it right by the letter of the law. This is bullshit. That is a bullshit rule. And it's the second time that it's happened where the Heat challenged the call that was made. The Heat were right. And then they decide to look at a different foul and award that penalty. Like, what if Bam had 5 fouls? And so the Heat challenged the foul called on Butler, and the Heat win that challenge because the foul was not on Butler. But then they see earlier in the play, there was a foul on Bam, and then because the Heat challenged and were right, Bam fouls out. That's what we're doing here? How is that okay? This system is broken. From the officials taking forever to make a ruling, to being able to rewind it however long they want. What, do we rewind 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds? Can we go back several possessions? This system is broken at this point. It's such bullshit. And it's twice already in the season that this has happened to the Heat. I'm so over it. Now with this Laker team, let me tell you something. Going into the season, the Lakers had a very strong second half of last season and then into the postseason. But what they lose to the Nuggets in 5, I think it was. Were they swept? 5 maybe? The Lakers dropped to 3 and 4. I don't see it with this Laker team. People who think they're a contender, I don't see it. First of all, I don't think they know what they're doing when it comes. I don't think Darvin Ham knows what he's doing when it comes to LeBron. LeBron played 37 minutes last night. And I'm not the minutes police. He should be playing 37 minutes. He's their best player. If you want to win, play your best player as much as possible. I will say LeBron was gassed late in the game. I mean, he was doing so much walking out there. But play your player, your best players, as much as you can. The part that I'm saying that Darvin Ham, I don't think they know what they're doing. Remember the first game of the season and the Lakers lost, and LeBron played 29 minutes. How do you go from the first game of the year, which was close, and LeBron only plays 29 minutes, to now you're playing him 37 minutes? The other night, including overtime, he played 42 minutes. LeBron, after that first game, talked about, this must be the plan that the coaches have, as if LeBron is not part of that plan. I mean, spare me from that bullshit. I don't think they know what they're doing with how much they're going to play LeBron. Or maybe they're like, yeah, you know what? Right now, we're not as good as we thought we were going to be, so we need to play LeBron more. But my overall point is, I don't see it with these Lakers. I don't think this is a big-time team. You can't trust Anthony Davis. Hurt again last night. Anthony Davis, LeBron can talk all he wants about Anthony Davis. This is his team. He's the best player on the team. No one believes that because we all have eyeballs. Anthony Davis is never going to be the best player on this Laker team. Never. And he's completely unreliable. You can't trust him. I don't think you could win with Anthony Davis. I understand they won in the bubble. I don't think you could win with Anthony Davis. And then you got D'Angelo Russell. Another guy, I don't believe you could win with D'Angelo Russell. He is not a winning player. In a tight game, and a game they lose by 1, early in the fourth quarter, late third, whatever it was, he picks up 2 technical fouls in a row, 2 free throws that Jimmy makes, Heat win by 1. Like, what are you doing? He is not a winning player. I don't believe you could win with D'Angelo Russell and Anthony Davis. I don't. Anthony Davis is not a big-time player. I'm sorry. You see how skilled and how great a player Anthony Davis is? Before he got to the Lakers, he'd never been out of the first round of the playoffs. And I think he only got to the playoffs 1 time. He is not a big-time player. And Bam took his lunch money last night. Love it. Love it. So, I hope you feel a little bit better about your favorite little basketball team today than you did a couple of days ago. I certainly do. You know what else I feel real good about? I always feel good when I'm sleeping on sheets and giggles. That's right, sheetsgiggles.com. I'm getting the best sleep of my life ever since Sheets and Giggles came on board ZASLOW Show 2.0 about 6-7 months ago. My man Colin, the founder and CEO of Sheets and Giggles. I got the comforter. I got the pillowcases. I got the sheets. I got the blanket. I got eucalyptus pillows. You know a koala sleeps up to 18 hours a day on a eucalyptus tree. Trees aren't that comfortable. So imagine how comfortable I am with my eucalyptus pillow. You could also get a eucalyptus mattress. Sheetsgiggles.com. The annual fall sale is going on right now. And if you use promo code ZASLOW at checkout, ZASLOW, 20% off your first order. Sheetsgiggles.com, promo code ZASLOW, 20% off your first order. The softest, coolest, most breathable sheets you've ever touched. You don't take my word for it? No problem. Check it out for yourself. Sheetsgiggles.com, promo code ZASLOW. Again, sheetsgiggles.com, promo code ZASLOW. So, today is Tuesday. That means let's get to another edition of Twitter Jam. Today's edition of Twitter Jam is on Bam Adebayo and your Miami Heat and their performance last night against the Lakers. So let's start things off here with this tweet comes from Bally Sports Sun. They air the Heat games. The network sucks. There's always technical issues. You can't sign into the app. I mean, the people who work there in the truck for the Heat, they're awesome. But the network Bally, they suck. Anyway, Bally Sports Sun, they tweet out a clip of Jimmy Butler after the game last night where Jimmy speaks about battling with LeBron and taking down the Lakers.
I wouldn't say it's a big moment. I respect LeBron so much, arguably the greatest player of all time. And I really enjoy going up against him all of these years, no matter what uniform he was in. It was always a constant battle. And I will say that he's gotten the best of me whenever it counts. But I think it's a privilege to be able to play against him, to be able to guard him, just being able to compete and learn so much at the same time, but more often than not, just compete.
Yeah, so Jimmy Butler there showing his respect to LeBron. And like I told you, I loved seeing them go at each other. Bam against Davis, Butler guarding LeBron. That's what I'm talking about, man. We don't see enough of that in the league anymore. Bally Sports Sun, they had another tweet. They tweet out, Heat win. Miami holds on and beat the Lakers 108-107. Butler and Hero combined for 50. The Heat take down LeBron, the Lakers. Here was the final play.
It is on Reeves. Prince looking, gets it to LeBron. Going to the basket. Finds Reddish. He missed it. Ball game is over. Miami holds on and defeats the Lakers 108-107.
Yes, and this next tweet is from Cooper Moorhead at Coop NBA. He's the manager of basketball content for the Miami Heat. He tweets out, Bam Adebayo is currently defending 5 shots per game at the rim and allowing 40% shooting there. Both would be career highs / bests. And then he put in parentheses for context. Any number around 50% is elite. Yeah, Bam's holding opponents to 40. So come on, he's having some kind of start to this season. Also, another tweet here from Cooper. The now updated list of players to ever post a 22, 20, 10 triple-double along with 2 blocks and 2 steals. The list is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Nikola Jokic, Chris Webber, DeMarcus Cousins, and Bam Adebayo. That's the list. Those 5 guys. I'm telling you, the story of the game last night was Bam. And he took Anthony Davis's lunch money all game long. Jeremy Taché, Metalark Media, Dan Lebitard Show, also reporter for Bally Sports Heat. He tweets out, good morning to Bam Adebayo and his first 20-point, 20-rebound triple-double in Miami Heat history. This next tweet is from Wes Goldberg. He's an NBA writer and podcaster. He loves the Heat. He covers the Heat. He tweets out, a decision was made for Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo to take threes when defenders don't close out. Yeah, it's a good point by him. Bam took a 3 last night, made his first 3 of the season, and Jimmy hit 3 of them last night. When the defense was slagging off, yeah, take the 3. You hope to see a little bit more of that, and you got a good dose of it last night. Kevin O'Connor, he covers the NBA for The Ringer. He kind of sucks because he loves the Celtics, but he tweets out, it's a game changer if Bam Adebayo starts hitting threes. Defenses will need to step up, opening even more driving lanes for him to create. All right, this next tweet here is from, all right, get this. This is from Divine Sports Gospel. I don't know who they are. They claim that they're sports and pop culture experts. But they tweet out this video from O.J. Simpson last night. O.J. Simpson was a guest on some dopey sports show. And he tweets out, is O.J. Simpson saying Bam Adebayo is better than Anthony Davis, the craziest thing he's ever done? It's definitely top 2. All right, that's a funny tweet. Here's O.J. Simpson claiming Bam Adebayo better than Anthony Davis.
I like tough. So I'm going with Bam because I like tough. I mean, I think your boy is maybe more dangerous offensively, Davis, when he's on. But Bam is tough, man. And I like tough.
Again, O.J. Simpson saying Bam Adebayo is better than Anthony Davis, the craziest thing he's ever done. It's definitely top 2. That's a funny tweet. Come on, you gotta be fair. Next tweet, this is from George Reister III. I believe he hosts evenings on Mad Dog Radio. Yeah, weekdays, 7 to 10 p.m. on Mad Dog Radio, Sirius XM. And he tweets in response to that, I don't care what Orenthal James says. There ain't a day on earth Bam Adebayo is better than Anthony Davis, and no NBA team would take Bam over AD. All right, you're wrong about that because, number one, if the Lakers offered Anthony Davis or Bam straight up, the Heat would say no. So you can't say no NBA team would do that. And I think you're wrong about that because Anthony Davis, again, completely unreliable, never healthy. I think you're wrong about that. Finally, last tweet here is this is tweeted out by Run It Back. Run It Back is FanDuel's flagship NBA show. It's with Michelle Beadle and Shams Charania and Chandler Parsons. And Chandler Parsons thinks LeBron made the right call in the final seconds against the Heat.
I'm asking you this, Chandler. Should LeBron James have passed that ball or should he have taken the shot himself?
He should pass that ball 10 times out of 10. That was an unbelievable, elite pass. Now, we can argue if this picture of the board we saw, if that was real or that was actually the Cam Reddish in that spot who hadn't taken a 3 all game long. Now, this is interesting.
What a
picture, wow.
Seeing this board shows you that's exactly what LeBron should have done because that was literally the play that was drawn up. But that's a high basketball IQ. And to have that open of a look, I don't care that it's Cam Reddish. If he makes this shot today, we're giving him his flowers saying he's a hero and he's so clutch. It's an unbelievable play. It's the easiest shot in the NBA is that corner 3. Now, my confusion is why didn't they put Taurean Prince and Austin Reeves and Christian Wood, who had made 3 threes already? Sure, argue that. But anybody that says that's a horrible pass and LeBron should have took a one-leg fadeaway floater knows nothing about basketball. It was a great pass.
And that is another edition of Twitter Jam. Now, just to finish the thought there from Chandler Parsons, I agree with what he said. I already told you. It's the right play. Like, they got an open 3 in the corner to win the game on the road. But I don't like that was the option, and I definitely don't like that it was Cam Reddish who was taken and shot a 3 all game and still isn't even credited with shooting a 3 because apparently his foot was on the line. That's the issue that I would take in that scenario.